Oh, a microphony.
And a phony at the mic.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
The Doctor of Discernment is now online.
You know, much like my show, in that it's a local reaction to things that are happening on a federal level.
Dispensing a daily dose of common sense. No prescription required.
Wow, do I have a boatload of stuff for you, from the crazy to the absurd. Let's start getting into it because, I mean, it is bizarro world out there. And I say, if it's obvious to me, should be obvious to everybody. Oh, wow. Who could have seen this coming?
This is the Fourth Hour with Greg Belfrage.
Hold on to your butts.
Broadcasting from my basement bunker beneath Kettle Radio. Welcome to the Fourth Hour. It's great to have all of you along this morning. I was checking X just to see what's going on, and I ran across this. Gavin Newsom. This is Jasmine Crockett, I believe, here on Gavin Newsom's show, and you'll understand.
You can wave all the flags you want to, but I am telling you right now that the most unpatriotic people that we have in this country are MAGA and this president.
What?
We are the real patriots, and it is time for us to take our
real
back
patriots
and show people what America is about. You can't say that you love the Constitution while decimating it with every single stroke of a pen for an executive order, while decimating it while you are.
Okay. Not one example. She didn't give one example of where Trump apparently is violating the Constitution. This is what she's saying, but not one example.
Or disrespecting our troops that have signed up to protect.
Disrespecting our troops. We have the Vice President, Pete Hegseth, and Stephen Miller yesterday delivering sandwiches to the troops, thanking them for what they're doing. What is she talking about?
Our freedoms, not just here, but abroad. And then you're taking people's freedoms away using those exact same truths.
So that's from Gavin Newsom's podcast. So our freedoms here and abroad. What exactly, what freedoms of Americans abroad are we? She really is something else. All right. Now, I want to share this. And this is pretty crazy. This was shared by Amy Cho on X. And just saw DC police, federal agents, detain a man on the National Mall. He appeared to try to escape, then was quickly tackled to the ground by several agents. He was screaming in Spanish, "Please, I'm not a criminal. I work here. I want to be with my family." Okay, none of that is true. None of what, I'm not dissing Amy Cho's reporting here. None of what the man is saying is true. He's an illegal alien, and even worse, child predator. It's pretty alarming. So I wanted to share that because over on Jessica Tarlov, who has gotten more and more outrageous. They bring her in on Fox News Channel, and she's on a variety of the different shows. Sometimes you see her on the 5. She's a left-wing, just crazy. And she's gotten more and more crazy. So Matt Margolis has got a piece here. He says, every time a story goes viral, and that's the one I was just showing you about this guy, you can count on progressive pundits to abandon caution and race right to the preferred narrative, especially if it means taking a swipe at Trump or anyone tough on illegal immigration. It's exactly what unfolded this week when law enforcement arrested a man who shouted in Spanish, "Please, I'm not a criminal." And I just showed you the video. "I work here. I want to be with my family." And so you had Jessica Turlov jumping in. She said this is proof of cruelty. And she's deleted now the post where she was defending an illegal alien child abuser. Now, this guy's an illegal alien, talking about wanting to be with his family's child abuser. And it's just absolutely incredible. So this is, you can see Turlov's initial post here, which she has now deleted. This doesn't make DC safer. It'll just make people not come to DC. The cruelty is always the point. These people are nuts. And, Jessica Tarlov wants to defend a child abuser. And so she now has deleted the post. And once again, you have facts, as Matt Margolis is pointing out here. You have facts that destroy the narrative, and it's just crazy. So this man was, again, he was charged with aggravated sexual battery against a minor under 13. He's from Mexico, has entered the U.S. illegally 3 times. And it's the same story. We see this over and over. It's the same story over and over. Also, while we're talking about illegals, Kristi Noem, the head of Homeland Security, according to NBC, let's blow that up here for you a little bit. She wants ICE to buy and operate a fleet of deportation planes. You can imagine what reaction this will get. I'm all in favor of it. So she's pushing for ICE to use an influx of funds, and a lot of that money was coming from the big, beautiful bill, to buy, own, and operate their own fleet of airplanes to deport people, to deport immigrants. This is NBC News. To deport immigrants. No, to deport illegal aliens. That's what we're talking about. I just refuse to let these media organizations continue to, we got immigrants, they're coming to the country, and you want to come to the United States, come to the United States legally. So they've got so many illegals that they're capturing that they need additional planes to get them out of the country. These are crazy times that we live in, aren't they? Let's go to the New York Post. It is one, I love going to the New York Post. This time, take a look at this. Disturbing video captures. This is on a Carnival cruise ship brawl that broke out over chicken tenders. Can't get my chicken tenders. Somebody's going to pay. Somebody's going to pay for that. What? See, that is just crazy. Absolutely crazy. Also, here we go. Watch this. TikToker arrested, runs onto the field. Oh, yeah. Police got her. Here she is going crazy. And then, not for long, down she goes, baby. And she's in handcuffs. And the party is over. You can go ahead and turn out the lights. Turn out the lights following that. And then Robert also sent me Robert is part of the Bunker Brigade. He's here a lot. I won't say every day, but he's here a lot. And Robert had sent me thank you, Robert, for the email. Sent me a link to this piece. And this is okay. This people who are opposing California, this is a bill in California, and it'll become relevant to you because it's absolutely crazy. And you've got now opponents who are pushing back against this bill. And this man in particular is calling it the most severe assault on parental rights he's seen in his career. I've never seen this egregious of an assault on parental rights as this legislation is being proposed. He said, it lets a stranger who doesn't even know a child just print out a sheet of paper, sign it, and just go right into the school and take the child. The affidavit only requires an attempt to contact parents with no verification. Schools must comply, and the stranger can flee even across borders with the child. This will be interesting as to what's going on with this. If the Brad, I'm not sure how to pronounce that name. Is it Dacus? President of the Pacific Justice Institute, talking about this. So he was at a rally opposing AB 495. It's been called a Human Traffickers and Pedophiles Protection Bill. And he's out there talking about it. California. Rick is one of my longtime callers who is originally from California. And he tells me all the time, Greg, I'm so glad I got out of California. I'm so glad to be in South Dakota. I just really, and I think you find that from a lot of people who, who wind up leaving California. So I'm just skewing comments here to see what's on everyone's mind. Denise is saying she doesn't pay much attention to wokeness. I'd prefer not to. Steve says, I guess I don't care if something considered woke or not woke. If it's bad policy, it's bad policy, and it needs to go. Denise, interesting. We live in South Dakota. How much, she says, how much wokeness really affected us? I think it depends. I think it depends on where you live. And I think that there are some areas of the state. I'm not saying anything. Sioux Falls. I'm not saying anything. Sioux Falls. But there's some wokeness that is going on. It's all over the place. Kathy, no wokeness here. Martin Luther King rolling over in his grave, seeing how much things have become worse instead of better. I totally agree with that. Absolutely. Yeah, Robert is saying he's glad to hear Alicia on the program today. She's really, I really enjoy her. She's nice to work with. And actually, she and I don't get a chance to visit all that much. We really don't. We don't talk all that much. I'm doing the show. She's in another studio. And maybe very briefly, we spend a few minutes, back and forth, but I'm primarily in the studio trying to keep things from exploding in front of my face. So I'm trying to keep a handle on that fire that I got going on in the studio. And then afterward, I rush down here so I can do this. So she's upstairs working. So we really just don't get a chance to visit that much. And she was typing some comments on the screen this morning. And I thought as we were talking about TikTok and what's going on and the White House now on TikTok, how many of you are on TikTok? Are any of you on TikTok? Please mention in the comments if you're on TikTok. I am not. And I think there was a lot of reasons regarding that. And the longer it goes, and the more I'm thinking like, maybe I need to be on TikTok. Maybe I need to be doing this on TikTok. I don't know. So a lot of people are. One of the things I refuse to do are people that are just constantly, this is their life. Hey, everybody, I'm at work. I'm doing this and I'm doing this. Or me at home. That would be like the most boring. Me talking to you from home. Oh, please. Unless I got something in mind. For instance, if I'm showing you around the Batcave, I have been really wanting to, the Batcave's all cleaned up, and I really wanted to go in and show you everything I've got. Let you see everything. Something like that. Something that makes sense rather than just everyday stuff. If I were to show you my everyday life, I would bore you to tears. But I appreciated visiting with her. She's on TikTok. And so it was interesting to me, at least, to get her perspective on those things. Anyway, that's it. You made it to the end of the broadcast. So you are part of my gallery of champions. Special salute to the Bunker Brigade. Those are the folks that are here each and every day. Couldn't do it without you. So I want to remind you again, I'm on vacation next week. I'll also be gone then on Labor Day, return on Tuesday, and then I'll be back for quite a while. So until tomorrow, my friend, I'm underground and gone.